A new year, a new you. It's the perfect opportunity at the end of the year to create a fresh start, to wipe the slate clean, and start adopting some new habits and behaviors. Unfortunately, what happens with most of us is that we give up on those New Year's Eve resolutions before February even hits. Because what a lot of those big plans are missing is how we're going to maintain our level of motivation and how we're going to keep ourselves on track with accountability. Which is also a question that a lot of people are asking in their sales teams. Which is why this is going to be the topic of our last science-based sales tip of 2022, is how do we keep ourselves motivated and accountable, and how do we do that for our teams? It's not going to be predictions about what's going to come, but instead techniques that you can use to prepare yourself for whatever comes next. For example, it's that time of year we just got dumped in snow here in Maine, over 8 inches in a matter of 24 hours. Which means I needed to get our driveway shoveled before it all froze and then turned into a complete block of ice, ASAP. So, let's talk about motivation and accountability. I needed to get my driveway shoveled, kind of like you as a sales leader might need your team to start filling the top of the funnel for next year. Or as a business owner, where you need to make sure that your team is also executing on some key business initiatives, or even for yourself to get things done. So how do we motivate and keep people accountable? And how do we even do it for ourselves? I have a couple of thoughts on that after getting my son and husband to shovel our driveway. Now, as you can see, they weren't too happy about it, even though they knew that it needed to get done. Maybe this is how you or your team feels about buyer research or prospecting. So how do you motivate them to do the things you know that they need to do?
Did you know that data from 2 million sales professionals showed that those with personal goals that have been written down and shared with others and that they were held accountable to made those salespeople 298% more likely to be top salespeople, the best of the best? But let's just call the pink elephant in the room out here for a moment. Quotas are about as motivating and as exciting as getting up in the morning eager to pay your taxes and student loans. Yes. No. Thankfully, I knew what motivated my husband and son, and I strategically placed that motivation at certain intervals throughout the driveway. These milestones became accountability cues for them to hold each other to. Neither one of them got the reward at that point until they had both reached the milestone. Before I knew it, they were cheering each other on and the entire driveway was cleared. And you can do the same for yourself and your team. If you're a manager or a leader, do your year-end reviews and ask your team members what their personal goals are. What does meeting quota mean for them? What does it allow them to do in their life? Now, you may often find, as I do when I'm working with coaching clients, that their personal goals, or their personal quota, as I like to call it, is much higher than the company quota. Then work with them to develop what their plan is to get there. What skills do they need to develop? What mindsets are holding them back? And when do they need to see these results by in order to hit their personal goals? Then have them report their progress with you in a regular cadence in your one-to-one meetings. Encourage your team members to share their goals with each other so that, like my husband and son, they cheer each other on. Now, if you're a business owner, selling on your own without a team to support you is tough, which is why I'm partnering with DataBox to create a sales benchmark for small B2B business owners who sell. See, all of the benchmark data that's out there right now on the web is for big companies with big sales organizations. But us, small B2B business owners, we're different. We rarely sell through outbound cold calling and prospecting. We rely heavily on referrals and introductions from our partners and our clients. And well, our marketing, for the most part, we probably do it pretty sporadically in between trying to sell and deliver the clients that we're working with. So even though selling is our most important activity, it's often the least important thing that we do in our minds because everything else is so much more important. So it's unfair to compare us as business owners to much bigger companies. So I figured we need our own benchmark. Plus, DataBox makes it so easy to create a completely and honest benchmarking, literally in seconds. So if that's something that you're interested in, please reply back, comment below, give me your email address, and I will invite you into our group. It is invite only. But if you have enjoyed these tips in your team and you found it working with your team, please share this video with others in your organization or other small business owners who you know that would benefit from this. So, Happy New Year, and until next time, keep learning, keep sharing out there. Bye, y'all.